So on this.
Let's see those juice boxes, y'all. Get up in here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Red Room Talk. You can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm your host, Jen. The Red Room Talk is a show about love, intimacy, and interpersonal relationships, including self, to erase different social stigmas. We are here to have candid discussions and cut through those stigmas to show that in the end, no matter your background, we all have commonalities when it comes to matters of the mind and the heart. Nothing is off the table in the Red Room Talk. Last episode, if you missed us, that's okay. You can find us on YouTube by clicking the link in my profile and subscribing. Last episode, we talked about gender roles, but this week we're going to discuss loyalty with this week's topic, when loyalty becomes a liability. We have an all-star cast. We have OG Shad, Queen Essence, and Top Badge, Black Snake Moan. Let's find out how the panel feels about loyalty. Please stick around till the end, but we will need the audience's help later in the show, so don't go anywhere. Before we get started, all that I ask is you keep your mind open, oh my God, and your language clean, all right? First things first, I'm going to let the guest in the box, and then we will get started. Hello, everybody.
Thank you for those flames.
Hello, my wonderful host.
Hello. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
I am magnificent.
I am magnificent.
Oh, that's a good one. Magnificent. Okay. Magnificent in the Red Room. I love it. Well, we are polite here in the Red Room, so we're going to let the beautiful lady go first and introduce herself, and then we'll move on to Black Snake Moan, and then we'll go on to Shad, and, Then,
I am Queen Essence.
This is my umpteenth time on the Red Room. I love it here on Saturdays.
You can find me in the comments
and most of their shows. You can find me holding up the box and OG Shots Live.
I'm just here to have a good time.
I'm just here to have a good time. I'm so happy to be here.
So happy to be here.
I am Black Snake Moan. Been on the app for a few years. I stream pretty fairly regularly during the week. Between 8 a.m. and 8 a.m. and I'm just an 10 p.m. I'm just an average streamer. I am nobody. I can go a different route real fast.
Not nobody. You was somebody. Don't say that. Listen, you was somebody. You here on the Red Room, so you got to be a somebody.
Right. You here for a reason.
You feel me?
OG Shad. Co-host of this very show here. The Red Room Talk, and I'm always so happy to be here. You understand what I'm saying? Every Saturday, 10 p.m., we're here to give y'all the real, we're here to give y'all the love. Y'all can catch me out here in these streets. I stream. Some of y'all go live, OG Shad stream. Talking 3-4 hours, 5 hours, you know what I'm saying? It depends. You can catch me, hit that star.
But it ain't about me. It's about this.
It's about this great topic we got tonight. Loyalty becomes liability. I'm ready. We tuned in.
He said, baby, I'm ready.
You hear me?
To learn. All right, y'all. I am Jen and Juice. I am the host of this show right here, right now. But other than that, y'all can catch me every other Sunday for Soul Food Sundays. Make sure y'all tap that second bubble. He is the other host to the Soul Food Sunday. Y'all make sure you guys tap in next week for Soul Food Sunday. And then again on Tuesday, follow me to his live. Don't meet me there, beat me there. For Wancho Snacks and Juice. Y'all, we got some new snacks and drinks this week, so make sure y'all tap in. Alright? Other than that, I'm a morning streamer, y'all, but let's go ahead and get started. Alright? Loyalty is a virtue we value in relationships with family, friends, romantic partners, workplaces, organizations, religions, and nations. It requires an emotional commitment and engenders a sense of identity. People tend to define loyalty by what it is not. For example, not being betrayed, cheated on, or abandoned. But loyalty is much more than the absence of mistreatment. What is loyalty and why is it important? Let's find out. The first question is,
what is loyalty?
What is loyalty?
And when is someone owed your loyalty?
I don't think that loyalty
is ever owed. I think that loyalty is earned. Loyalty to me is being the same supporter, the same friend, the same daughter, the same person, the same entity that you are with me when you are away from me. Loyalty is understanding that
you can be a part of someone's brand.
You can be a part of someone's brand and not be intimate with them.
If you are my friend and you know that
I'm running a business,
I need you to behave accordingly.
I need you to behave accordingly. I need not to be in any mess or drama,
within
reason in regards to you. Loyalty to me is
just keeping the communication
completely and utterly clear.
Loyalty to me is being loyal to yourself.
Loyalty to me is being loyal to yourself. It's an honesty thing. You can only trust another person as much as you can trust yourself. So the way you treat me is an exact mirror of how I think you treat your things, your car, your prized possessions. So that's my answer.
Loyalty to me is I say it's a sense of a focus to commit to many people. I think loyalty is a duty in a sense of not owing someone, but a duty in your leadership or your leadership or your style. I am in agreement with Queen. It is not something that is freely given. It is something that takes a long period of time to achieve. Especially when you talk about committing to someone, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be in a job. Some of the things that you mentioned early, workplace and organization. That's where I get the leadership from. It is not something that is freely given out. It is something that you engage in, focusing in on someone or something.
Those are all great answers. My point of view when it comes to the loyalty, and this is my point of view strictly. Loyalty is an action that's expressed. I don't care how hard you ride. For it. In front of my face. It is all about what are you there to do for me behind my back. And I'm one of those firm believers, as in, if you're loyal to me and you're around people who do not like me at all, and I am brought up in any way, shape, or form, do not come back to me telling me what was said from so and so and so and so. Because after you've expressed all that, my question is to you is, What did you say?
If you're my people,
because if you're my people and you're somebody that I respect, that I rock with, that I'm loyal to, you don't have to question me or if I'm gonna hold you down in front of your face or behind your back. Because can't nobody talk about you, especially not around me. I don't play that.
So people get,
you understand what I'm saying? So people get the term loyalty and love and all that stuff. Loyalty is something that's gonna be there whether you love a person, hate a person, or dislike. That does not determine your loyalty to that person. What determines your loyalty to that person is you're tied to them, how you feel about them, the regard that you hold them
who you
to,
are as a person,
and who you are as a person. Because again, nobody that comes around me can speak about anybody that I consider to be my people in a negative light without me pulling up with you, so to speak, gauging your temperature, because I don't play that. So loyalty is how holding somebody down, good, bad, and different, love, hate, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? If I've been good to you and done things for you, it shouldn't matter how our ties are severed. You know what I'm saying? What should matter is how I treat you as a person. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's what ultimately determines my loyalty.
Loyalty to me means being there for someone, through the highs and lows and staying by their side regardless of the circumstances. Loyalty involves accepting and loving someone for who they are and not threatening to leave when things become challenging. People display loyalty by weathering storms together, providing support, and sticking them out. Loyalty also means being consistent in your treatment, your behavior, and your regard for one another. Being the person they can always count on. Loyalty also involves consistently treating the other person with kindness, fairness, and generosity of spirit. Honesty and transparency, being vulnerable and not hiding parts of your identity or parts of your life that are important aspects of loyalty. That means showing your true self. People who share their thoughts and feelings display a willingness to be known and to know others in an authentic, open way. And more so even than that, like Shad said, if I'm not even around, if you don't hold that same energy behind my back that you do to my face, you're not loyal to me. And when do I think you're owed someone? And I agree with Queen. I don't think it's so much owed as it's earned, but I feel like it's when you love someone. When you love someone, the loyalty comes with that. And there's always that question I hear, like love or loyalty. And a lot of people say loyalty, but with love, you're going to be loyal to someone you love. It just is hand in hand. It's like yin and yang. You can't love someone and you're not going to be loyal to them, truly love them. I'm not talking about the kind of love where you're just loyal, because that's not love. See, that's absence of love. So for me, that's what it is for me. Do any of y'all have anything to elaborate?
I do. Definitely do. In this society, the world uses those words interchangeably. They get it mixed up. Loyalty with love. I think as all of us, as we grow older in life, we realize that there is a big difference between loyalty and you can also throw trust. I do believe it derives from the same root. In the same essence. My input to that is going to be. I agree. Dang, Gina, I agree. Some loyalty, can be intertwined with the love aspect. My thing is, I'll never refer to the mother of my kids as my baby mama, because a lot of y'all do that. I'm not one of them. She's the mother of both my beautiful blessings for a reason. And I say that I've never negated her to being my baby mother. So when it comes to the mother of my children, let's say that for an example. She hates my guts. She hates my guts. She does not like the way things ended and everything else. But when it comes to our girl, the loyalty is
The loyalty is there.
She may get on the phone with me and
try to
me out. You understand?
Dog me out. You understand?
But in front of our daughters and
the lives that we created,
that picture of what she says
to me on the phone is not there. We have not allowed them to see that. We shelter them from that because things have became, to a certain extent.
But at the same time, when it comes to that loyalty aspect,
that woman definitely has been there for me, stood up for me,
have a better picture than what
I should have.
But that's the loyalty aspect.
And I know she despises.
But that's the loyalty aspect.
That's what I'm speaking on. So that would be my only rebuttal on that.
If y'all are just pulling up,
that's okay.
We have so much more to come. Y'all, you can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Red Room Talk, y'all. Oh, you were waiting for that one, huh? We just discussed what is loyalty and when is someone owed your loyalty, but now we are going to be a little more Pacific. No, not the Atlantic. Pacific, all right? But before I move on and say that, I do have something I want to play, and because it kind of goes hand in hand with tonight's topic, and I really want y'all to think about this after I play this. I want you to listen to his words and tell me, we'll discuss after I read my piece, but I want y'all to hear this because when I listen to this, it really kind of embodies what I believe about loyalty and not even just in relationships, but in friendships, but how they can kind of intertwine, all right?
If you gonna cheat on your girl, you gonna run on your boys. Loyalty is loyalty. So if you would do your girl dirty, and you come to me, disrespect her, saying this to me about your girl, you be with her way more than you be with me. She can give you way more than I can give you. I can't ever give you no ass. I can't ever give you what she giving you. I can only imagine how you treat me.
And I played that because I really think about how, like I said, how relationships go hand in hand. It's not just friendships, it's not just relationships, but how they can kind of intertwine. Because if you're not even loyal to the person who you want to spend the rest of your life with, would you be loyal to your friends? And I really think about that when I look at people and as a whole. Like if you would cheat on the person who you say is you're gonna be with for the rest of your life, or the person you say you love, how would you treat your best friend? So I'm gonna let y'all sit on that while I finish out here. But loyalty in all relationships is important because it gives you a sense of security. When you know your partner is loyal, you'll know they'll always have your back, and you can rest assured that they will stay faithful. Basically, you can trust them. Loyalty is something that's usually seen through your partner's friends or family's words and actions over time. It is important to note that you should never try to test your partner's loyalty through mind games or manipulative tactics. If you feel the need to, there may be underlying trust issues that need to be worked on. But the thing is, there are times when you question someone's loyalty through their actions. So the next question is,
what is something someone might do which might cause you
to question their loyalty
or your loyalty?
I'm sorry.
For me, it would be
someone
who cannot effectively communicate what they need or what they want from you.
Anything that goes against what feels right. There's something that you can't say in front of me, and I have to find out about it through another channel, another entity. That makes me question the level, the severity of our relationship, whether it be platonic or intimate. To lay down with someone every single day, and they're the last person to know that you have an issue with them. That is something. I think that is something that you talk to me every day. You talk to me every day. You forgot to tell me that. We talk about anything. We talk about anything else. We can bring up everybody else's relationship issues or everyone else's friendship issues, but you've had an issue with me. I am it's unbeknownst to me. I've
It's
never heard of it.
unbeknownst to me. I've never heard of it. And
it's a feeling of betrayal.
It's a feeling of betrayal.
Betrayal is not.
And the
always
first time
very,
you meet betrayal is not always a very. It's you don't react in the very.
I know that I have
in a very pretty light. I know that I have not in the past. But I would say anything that has to be put into the dark in my presence. Once it's out into the light, I'm going to question your loyalty.
And I hope that you would question.
And I hope that you would question my loyalty to you as well.
That's wonderful answer. I'm a
Very carefully,
I
Lord.
love
Very
this for
carefully.
you. I love this for you. My personal opinion. Something someone might do, which might cause me to question, you know what I'm saying, my loyalty to them or whatever the case may be. Not being, open or, transparent, you know what I'm saying, as I am, because my thing is, any type of shit, there needs to be an open line of communication, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And then when it comes to just a relationship and with the way I am, I love hard. I'm an Aquarius. I'm gonna wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm an actual real man out here. I'm not going to sit here and bust holes in the wall. If I feel like I'm going to cry, I'm going to cry. You understand what I'm saying? But I feel like I just need you to hold me. You know what I'm saying? Coddle me or whatever. That's what I might need in that point in time. I'm going to communicate with you. I'm going to let you know what I need. And I never request more than I'm able to offer. A lot of folks out here want to say, "Oh, I require this, and this from my partner," but you're not putting out the same. I'm not one of them. I'm never going to require more out of you than what I'm able to. So it might be those times where I just might want to lay on you and get that comfort from you, or just have some type of loving for you, no matter what it is I'm going through. But in terms of things that happen to me personally, loyalty is not being open, honest, not being able to be transparent, thinking I'm not able to, handle my own emotions. Don't make any type of decision for me. Give me the space and the area and the clarity to be able to make my own decision. I'm grown. We're grown. Don't take a choice from me. Oh, I didn't tell you such and such because I didn't think you would be able to handle it. No, don't worry about what I can be able to handle. Just make sure that me and you are on the same page and one accord, which I can't fit into an accord, ladies. But still, I want to make sure that we're all, in the same area together.
Okay. So there are various actions or behaviors that someone might exhibit that could cause you to question their loyalty. Here are a few examples, y'all. 1, betrayal of trust. If someone shares sensitive information or secrets that you entrusted with them, it can erode your trust and make you question their loyalty. Sharing personal information without consent or using it against you can be deeply hurtful. 2, lack of support. When someone fails to support you during challenging times or dismisses your feelings and needs, it can make you question their loyalty. True loyalty involves standing by someone and offering support and encouragement when they need it. 3, kind of like in the video, disloyalty to others. Observing someone being disloyal to others within the circle or even outside of your circle, such as constantly bad-mouthing or betraying their friends or family, can raise concerns about their loyalty. It may make you question whether they would act similarly towards you. 4, inconsistent or unreliable behavior. If someone repeatedly breaks promises, cancels plans without a valid reason, or fails to follow through on their commitments, it can make you question their loyalty. Consistency and reliability are important aspects of loyalty. 5, lack empathy or understanding. When someone consistently disregards your feelings, experiences, or perspectives, it can make you question their loyalty. Their true loyalty involves empathy and understanding and the willingness to listen and support you emotionally. 6, self-centeredness.
Wow.
If someone consistently prioritizes their own needs and desires above yours without considering your feelings or well-being, it can raise concerns about their loyalty. True loyalty involves a level of reciprocity and consideration for one another. It is important to remember that loyalty is a complex trait and people may demonstrate it differently. However, the examples highlight some common behaviors that might cause you to question someone's loyalty. It is displayed in so many different actions that I don't think people even realize that sometimes even simple things they do, I might side eye you like, Thank you, y'all. If y'all are in the live, make sure you tap the screen, share the live, send a blast, y'all. If you're here on tagged, send a blast, y'all. But there's so many actions that people make that they don't even realize. You don't even have to really watch someone or test them because people are going to be themselves. They're going to move the way they move eventually. Like, even if they try to hide who they are, people eventually show their true colors just through their actions alone.
Even a costume gets tired. If a person's family don't want them, neither do you. People will come to you with a whole bunch of bullshit. And all these other stories. But if you listen long enough to a person talk, don't say anything. You'll hear their true intentions. You will hear it. Another thing or another saying my grandmother used to say all the time is a duckling don't have to be ugly to be cast out. Just because a person's appearance doesn't mean that automatically slates them to be put a school or a group of individuals. Sometimes people just wander off because it's not a good fit. And it's not a good fit. And I think that when it comes down to establishing is it love or is it loyalty, you kind of got to look at that. How do we align? Because your body and your intuition will let you know if someone is disruptive to your soul. You get around somebody and you be like, man, rub me the wrong way. Just rub me the wrong way. And everybody else will be like, oh, that's my dog, they cool. And then you just be sitting there like,
And then later on, you're like, oh,
and then later on, they be like, man, you'll never guess. And I be like, I told you. Didn't I tell you? You should have let me do the booting.
What you think, Black Snake?
I mean, it's all gut wrenching. I agree with Queen K down in the comments down there. When your soul tells you that something just ain't right, and your hairs on the back of your head is sticking up. I'm like my inflow. Once a person show you their true colors, you best to believe them all the way out.
Believe them every time. Sometimes people miss that key moment. You took my option. You know how people say you took my option. No, you disregarded the sign. You did. Disregarded the signs. I showed you that I had $3 and you kept saying, but I could make 30. But I came 3. See, you gotta get you gotta get who is in more into who is in your face instead of the potential of a person. We all got the potential to be maybe amazing beings, maybe a politician, a president, or someone who goes to the moon. Are they delegating and executing their life or their character in a fashion to be conducive to that? You need to step away. There's only so much liability that you can put on another party. You have to be accountable for your position in the play.
That part. With that being said, y'all. Fire, girl! We on fire! All right? Y'all, when you hear that sound, that means we are at our hot seat question segment, y'all. Our hot seat question is left up to the fate of the audience. That's right. I went to Instagram to ask our peers what they wanted to ask for this week's hot seat question, y'all. If you want your question to be featured on the next Red Room Talk, follow me on Instagram and look out for that hot seat question post. But now is the time that I need all of you guys in the audience to answer, or to put who in the audience, who on the panel you want to answer tonight's hot seat question, y'all. Put it in the comments now. He said, pick me up.
Autocorrect.
So let's see in the comments who you want to answer tonight's hot seat question. I'm going for the bald and bougie. I'm going for the bald and bougie because, you know, he picked me last time, so, you know, this is revenge, you know what I'm saying? I know loyalty isn't revenge, but I'm loyal to the revenge right now, you know what I'm saying?
Me.
Me. I need to see Sean in the comments. Pick me. Please.
Let's see. He said bald and bougie.
Appreciate you. One. Thank you.
Shad.
I like that. Yes.
Let's see. We got 4. We got 4-2. Y'all. I'll let everybody have a rebuttal, but we got Chad. I think he means Shad. Said about 5. But tonight we'll go ahead and let Mr. Bald and Bougie to answer. But I'm gonna let everybody have a rebuttal, of course, because it's the Red Room. This is not a debate. This is a discussion, y'all. But this week, Anonymous wrote in and asked, what would you do if you found out that your best friend was talking to your ex behind your back?
I'm trying to tell you that is. Oh, man. That just brings so many pounds. I'm trying to. Welcome to the Red. So.
Hold on. Can you get the phone out? Because, you know.
I'm shy.
He look like Ray Charles over there, bud.
No, I'm shy, Charles. Shy Charles. I think this moment is so ironic that this question was asked that I received it. I just had no idea. Like, oh my God. So,
had to pick her chin up real quick for her, you know what I'm saying?
The way that I, would and did handle the situation. You have to be able to hold each party accountable, but also let each party know how they affected you in the process. I'm real huge on loyalty, you know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the aspect of the bro code and everything goes, my thing is,
if it's a woman I'm entertaining
and she means nothing to me, okay, that's one thing.
Somebody I love,
but if it's somebody I love or I love, you know about them, you've been there through everything. Why would you even bring this woman up in my presence or even try to pursue them after we had what we had going on? Like, that's not only disloyal, but that's BS. It's BS straight up. So my thing is this is just somebody that I'm out here entertaining, having fun with. When I've had my fun, you're like, hey, yo, Shy, I know that you ain't rocking with such and such. Can I try, shorty? Like, hey, do what you do. But if this is somebody that I had genuine intentions with, somebody that I genuinely love and care for and everything else, how dare you be a low down dirty snake and try to have anything with them?
That shit's so disgusting.
Like, that shit's so disgusting. Like, you feel me? Like, you should have been swallowed. Like, who raised you? Like, where do people come from? It's not just on the best friend. It's on the ex as well. Both of you are guilty. You know what I'm saying? I feel more betrayed and let down by the person that I spent all this time with, even more than the friend, because me and you shared those moments and everything else. You should know me how I rock and all of that. But then when it comes to the friend aspect, you weren't a friend at all. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you were sitting here waiting on that time and place to take place when you've been around for me and all this person's moments, but then you're just waiting in the wings of, hi, I'm available. Like, no. So I'm one of those where you got to hold equal parties accountable. And then you take it from there. But
block both of them. Delete both of them. Let them be what they're going to be.
Let them be what they're going to be. Because you don't need that in your space and where you reside. But that's just my personal opinion.
That was. You know, I don't think I gotta say anything. I feel like you covered. I feel like you covered that. But actually, no, I am gonna say something. That's more than to me a betrayal, because you gotta think about your best friend probably got you through the breakup if there was a breakup. So you not only listened to my vulnerabilities, but you used them against me. Mm-hmm. That's higher than betrayal. That's higher than betrayal.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Do y'all have anything else to say?
I feel like you staring me right in my face.
I feel like you staring me right in my face. I don't know why, but I feel like you stare me right in my face.
I mean, you were sparkling. Your eyes are sparkling, girl. That's all. You know, I'll say you pretty. You know, that's all.
Here's my take on the matter. I do agree with bro code. In my case, it would be sis code. Come get a rite of passage, bruh. Don't let anybody tear down
you and I
what
have built
you and I have built as friends.
It's not that serious.
Just don't. It's not that serious.
I will be honest with you.
I am pretty numb
disappointment.
To disappointments.
I'm getting to a stage in my life where
I don't have the tears to cry.
My vantage point on things.
And
it could be a form of abandonment.
Is that everything and everybody is temporary.
Besides the two individuals that I brought into this world, I do not hold nobody above my head. So
I just don't. So
if that's what you want to do, if you watched me struggle with this person, because if I'm still not with a person, don't want them. What did I say earlier?
If a person's family don't want them, this person was my family. This person was allowed into my personal and private spaces and blew it.
So if that is something that you feel like
benefit from,
or if you feel like
that's the love of your life, that is fine. And I will support you. But you cannot come to me and complain about the car that I traded in for a new one.
I know how to break.
I'm just gonna say
I know how the steering wheel is loose.
I know how it don't perform well.
In traffic.
Do not come to me.
With your
impurities about someone that or something that
I let go.
And doesn't it almost call you to question whether they had something going on privy to you even breaking up? Because if there was feelings thereafter, you had to have some type of feeling or attraction to them even before that would even go on. So I'm just going to say that.
This is why, Jen, on your note, this is why on the G code, I'm going to chin check him. Back in my 20 days, I'm going to chin check him. I'm going to check her. And then I'm going to ask for forgiveness later.
As I've gotten older.
Accept
what
people bring to you.
Once you get out of that inquisitive state,
once you get out of denial about what went on, don't make no excuses for nobody. Take it on the chin and focus on you.
That's the huge fact.
It don't matter how you got to hell.
It don't matter how you got to hell. You did something.
One of the biggest things I can take from that is the fact of exes are your exes for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. And if you ever have any inkling or any doubt in your mind that you may have done something wrong, or that your first, spirit of discernment was wrong, or that your first feeling that this person may not be for you was wrong. No, believe all of that. Because OG Shot is here to tell you. They talk about spinning the block and everything else. I tried that. No, I tried that. Didn't work for me because I felt that there was more skeletons in the closet that I was ready for and prepared for. No matter how I felt like I felt about this person, like it was just too much. So my thing is, don't spin the block. Keep your options open. Make sure you heal and be who you are going to be. You understand what I'm saying? Because some of those first things is like, this is why the relationship ended. They tend to resurface. As much as we want to believe that people change, situations change, and everything else, certain circumstances put you back in a certain place and time. And you have to be man or woman enough to actually decipher and see if it's for you or not. I'm just letting you guys know. I ain't trying to hate nobody listening. You guys out there, you want to spin the block on, do what you do. But please, be conscious of the fact of they're your
ex for a reason.
Very important question in the
Very
comments.
important question in the comments.
What do you do if you have kids?
What do you do if you have kids with this individual?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that matters. I don't think that it really has any bearing to the situation because I feel like that's almost worse. So you was uncle whatever, and now you Uncle Daddy.
TT Mama.
TT Mama.
Now you Uncle Daddy.
I have a kid.
I have a kid
who has
with
a
a person who has a kid with two women
that I know.
Two other women that I know.
I don't
want
you have
him.
No reason to come
you
to
have
me
no
with
reason
drama.
to come to me with any drama. I keep how I feel about that person and how my kids' relationship with that person. Very separate.
I'm very good at compartmentalizing.
I'm very good at compartmentalizing.
I got a bunch of friends who are not.
I got a bunch of friends who are
They don't like each other.
They don't get along. They don't like each other from whatever the case or scenario was before me. Long as I'm not sitting on the fence,
over there,
throwing popcorn over there, and being like, they got caramel popcorn over there.
Long as you're not playing both sides.
Long as you're not playing both sides.
I remain Switzerland in most situations.
I remain Switzerland in most situations.
Will I encourage both sides?
Will I encourage both sides?
Am I honest on both sides?
Am I honest on both sides?
Absolutely.
But I
myself and my status. Each person's life.
Each person's life.
What I have going on with is what I got going on with them.
Is what I got going on with them. As long as they ain't harmed your children. Killed nobody.
Doing you absolutely wrong.
Doing you absolutely wrong. Don't got nothing to do with me.
Well, I told them that they wrong.
Mm-hmm. Well, I told them that they wrong. Absolutely.
NMB, not my business. But if y'all are just pulling up,
that's okay.
You know what? That's it. I was gonna say that's not okay. That's not okay.
Y'all late.
But you missed some great stuff here tonight, y'all. But you have not missed it all. We still have a lot more to discuss. You can find us here every
Saturday.
Can I hear y'all? Saturday. All right, Saturday. Can I get it from you? Can I get it from you, Black Snake? Saturday. Can I hear it?
Got your tongue. But I got it easy though. 10 with Jen. 10 with Jen.
There you
10
go.
with Jen on Saturday.
We just discussed what is loyalty and when is someone owed your loyalty. What is something someone might do which might cause me to question loyalty. But now I want to talk about what to do. Friendships are always an interesting topic because everyone has had a friend at some point in their lives. Cute names like Buddy, Bestie, and the infamous BFF seem to vanish as soon as you assign them to someone. What is really going on if you are watching tonight? I want to know that you expect, I know that you expect to hear powerful words about letting go, forgiving, and looking for people who value loyalty as much as you do. Well, that is exactly what this show is about. Successful friendships or relationships of all types are not guaranteed anymore. That's a fact. You might invest all your body and soul in one and still end up disappointed. Some will say that you didn't love or value yourself enough to be in one. Might be true for some, but what about those who are perfectly self-confident and loving themselves every day? I might have a quick answer to this. You deserve better. When you find yourself in a predicament, I want to know about your approach. So the next question is,
what is the best approach to take when dealing with someone whose actions you don't find loyal? And may you mute me for 1 second.
Yes, Sirski. 1 second. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
The one approach that I'm so grateful that I too myself, Black Snake Moan has been betrayed by someone that I dearly love. And it took me a hard time. It took me a hard time to really move away. What I learned in that moving away, my approach was something that probably don't hear too often. You can't raise another grown person. So I immediately caught the avoid train. That's what I call it. I packed my bags and got on that train of avoidance, and I never looked back. So that was my approach to just, learn from the lesson. Learn from the lesson. Get on that avoidance train. And get on that avoidance train and just avoid it at all costs.
I have avoided some situations of betrayal. I've also taken them on head on. Ready to throw somebody over a balcony. What I've learned is no matter how much you physically put into it, the emotional scar takes the longest to heal. Now, if I'm in a position where somebody betrays me, and I feel like me and this person have good enough rapport to where I can address it, and just be like, hey, I brought a bottle of wine, but me and you talk. Because of XYZ. Over the years, I've always been a very aggressive. People like to use the term aggressive. I like to use passionately emphatic. But I want to talk about it. And if I feel like you're someone that I cannot talk to, I will go as far as changing my phone number. Deactivate all social media for up to 30 days. I'm assuming that this person wouldn't have like direct access to me or be comfortable enough to just come and knock on my door. But I just remove myself completely because what do I look like letting you know what you did wrong to me when you're the person who did it? You had to think it and live through it before I even knew about it. So what do I look like coming to you to ask you about something you've already executed? You can't take it back. What excuse can a person give you to make you unhurt? To unbreak you? What is an excuse or an explanation that can make you feel better about betrayal? Because even if someone I don't feel like there's ever any situation that would make it a life or death situation. So you weren't gonna die. Whatever money you got, you weren't gonna have 10 years from now. Was it worth it to lose a lifetime friend or partner over what you did? And if a very well-rounded and understanding person cannot find one vantage point that would make it make sense or make me understand, I go straight into forgiveness. I forgive you, but F you. I can be cordial. I cannot be fake.
Man, you know what? We're gonna need you to start going first. And I love that for you. I'm not a hater. That's my best down. And I love that literally is bringing it. She literally is bringing it. Like how am I gonna follow this up? But what's the best approach to take when dealing with someone whose actions you don't? I'm gonna be honest. Black State Mom brought it up earlier in the show. It's the whole aspect of even if someone shows you who they are the first time. Believe people, you know what I'm saying? Don't just change just like overnight. Plants are grown overnight. You know what I'm saying? That takes nurturing, care, and everything else. When someone shows you out the first time, believe they can say they're sorry, wherever the case may be, but a person's actions, their characteristics, that's who they are. That's who defines them. Women, they have their intuition. That's something that's they would never know about. But one thing that us all as humans share is that spirit of discernment. You know that feeling of when you're being led wrong or being led astray or being fed some BS. As my sister said, you understand what the case may be? We all have that. And sometimes we allow ourselves to be taken for a ride or to be going emotional roller coaster. We allow ourselves to be taken there. I know y'all do. Because we want to see the best in people instead of actually allowing the signs or people show us in the beginning to actually be true. Not only
it's not only on
it's on us.
them, it's on us. We gotta know our level of the respect that we desire out here, on how we respect ourselves. Because we can't settle for less. When you settle, you're being dealt a bad hand. But when you listen to that intuition or that spirit of discernment, you can't go wrong because you're trusting in you.
As long as you're trusting in you when it
comes to positions of where people have been disloyal to you, you can't go wrong. Nobody can tell you you're wrong. Nobody can tell you you're wrong. Nobody can hit you up like, oh, you're making a decision for you. You're making a decision for you. What's best for you. Nobody can tell you you're wrong.
That part. And I think when you don't listen to the intuition, you're not really being loyal to yourself because you're not listening to your own intuition. But when you're dealing with someone whose actions you perceive as disloyal, it's important to approach the situation thoughtfully and consider these following steps, y'all. 1, reflect on your feelings. That means take some time to reflect on your emotions, evaluate why you feel the person's actions are disloyal. Consider whether your expectations align with realistic standards of loyalty and try to understand the impact their actions have had on you. Communicate openly. That means engage in open and honest communication with this person. Express your concerns and feelings calmly and assertively using I statements to avoid sounding accusatory. Clearly articulate how their actions have affected you and discuss your expectations regarding loyalty in the relationship. 3, seek understanding. That means listen to the other person's perspective and try to understand their motivations or reasons behind their actions. Effective communication involves active listening and empathy, which can help foster a constructive dialogue and create space for growth and resolution. 4, this is a big one, y'all, because this is one I have a lot of hard times with. Set boundaries. If the person's actions continue to be disloyal or harmful, it may be necessary to establish clear boundaries to protect yourself. You have to be loyal to yourself, y'all. Boundaries can help define what behaviors are acceptable and what consequences may arise if those boundaries are crossed. Communicate these boundaries assertively and be prepared to enforce them if necessary. But do also remember, this is just a side note, that it does take time when you set a new boundary for people to go along with those. So do remember, have a little grace with them too. That doesn't mean to accept it to keep continuing, but do remember it takes some people a little time to learn, when you set a new boundary. But 5, evaluate the relationship. That means consider the overall health and value of the relationship. Assess whether the person's actions are indicative of a consistent pattern or of disloyalty or if it was an isolated incident. Evaluate whether the relationship is worth maintaining and whether it aligns with your core values and well-being. And then now seek support. That means reach out to trusted friends, family members, or a therapist for support and guidance. There's nothing wrong with seeking therapy, y'all. Discussing your concerns and feelings with someone who can provide an objective perspective can be helpful in gaining clarity and navigating challenging situations. Do remember each situation is unique, and the best approach may be vary depending on the specific circumstances. Trust your judgment, y'all, and prioritize your well-being. That means your well-being, that is your mental health, when determining the best course of action in dealing with someone you perceive as disloyal. But at the end of it, really being loyal to yourself, y'all. Be loyal to yourself and your feelings, because I'm gonna be honest, you have to love yourself first. And I've said that on many shows, but you have to love yourself first. This is something I'm learning. And listen, the great thing about life is if you miss the test the first time, you fail the test the first time, oh baby, life is gonna give you that test again to learn again. You know what I'm saying? That's the great thing about life. If you miss it the first time, baby, it's gonna come back around and get you again until you get it right. But if y'all are just pulling up, y'all,
That's not okay.
That's not okay. I mean, it's not okay. All right, it's not okay. But you can find us every Saturday on the Red Room Talk at 10 p.m. You guys have not missed it all. We still have a little bit more to discuss, y'all. We just discussed what is loyalty and when is someone owed your loyalty. What is something someone might do which might cause me to question loyalty? What is the best approach to take when dealing with someone whose actions you don't find loyal? But now I want to know your opinion. Someone who constantly seeks loyalty from others but fails to demonstrate loyalty themselves may be exhibiting self-centered or narcissistic behavior. They prioritize their own needs and desires above those of others and may not consider the impact of their actions on the relationships. This kind of behavior can strain and damage relationships over time, as trust and loyalty are foundational elements of healthy connections. It's important to note that loyalty is a two-way street. It means both ways, y'all. If someone constantly expects loyalty but fails to reciprocate, it can be a sign of an unhealthy or imbalanced dynamic. It may be worth evaluating whether such a relationship is beneficial or fulfilling for you. It's also important to recognize that people's behavior can stem from a variety of factors, such as past experiences, insecurities, or personal beliefs. However, it's ultimately up to you to determine what kind of relationships you want to cultivate and whether it's worth investing your loyalty in someone who doesn't demonstrate it in return. So I want to know.
What is your opinion of
someone who
always
is
seeking loyalty,
from others, never demonstrates any loyalty to anyone other than themselves?
Am I safe to go? I don't want to get. Am I safe to go? I don't want to get.
If you don't take off, I'm gonna take off.
Let's go.
So, I think that one important thing is that we as people cannot change who everybody else sees in the mirror. That's the first thing to take into accountability. The person that you can work on most is yourself. I also believe that in some cases, people are not always a product of their environment. They are a product of their upbringing. I cannot give you something that I never got. If I've lived in a house or say they lived in a group home, there's nothing loyal there. Everybody has everything to gain and nothing to lose. And when you find people who behave that way, it's because it's reoccurring for them. We do like to talk a lot about how people do us, but we have to understand that before we met this person was a person. This person had experiences. This person had relationships. This person had traumas and things like that. I want to get back to options. When you see these signs disloyalty, unreliability, inconsistency, set that boundary to know that that's not something that you can deal with. Right? Immediately separate yourself. What do you owe this stranger? Nothing. When someone tears you apart, who picks up those pieces? So you. If I can witness or if I can visually see that, oh my God, you are always asking for something, but you delivered nothing. I won't even say anything to you. I'm just going to separate myself. Because at the rate we're going, you're going to need me before I would ever be able to utilize any of you. Who's taking the big loss here? If we get more into the form of choosing ourselves first, honoring our needs and desires, and putting everybody else on the back burner. If I do this for me, can I also do this for you? And how is that discernment discerning? When it feels right. It's just right. Right? So yeah, I want to say that, from now, and I hate to say going into a new year, going into any new day, learn to be better. Just learn to be better. You're only in competition with the person you was yesterday. So be better than that person. But don't try to change the person next to you. Remove yourself.
I just kind of tag team what Esther said. Pull a Michael Jackson. Look at that man in the mirror. Take inventory. And just always remember. Every day should be self-care. Self-care is the best care in the world.
Self-care is a boundary. Self-care is removal from toxic situations. Self-care is realizing that that ex is your ex for a reason. Self-care is not answering the phone. Self-care is staying in the house doing absolutely nothing. Self-care is doing something that only benefits you unapologetically.
I enjoy
episodes like this because you guys really are greedy for one. And I love that for y'all. Because I was looking for some sweet potato pie, and I'm looking around here close to the holiday season. And I ate all my sweet potato pie. Like, what's a co-host to do?
When it comes to my opinions
on someone who is always seeking loyalty from others but never demonstrating any loyalty to anyone other than themselves, I'm gonna go back to it.
Show you who
people are going to show you who they are. They're going to demonstrate who they are. They're going to give you the playbook of who they are from the beginning.
It's on you.
To pay attention, to listen, to look, to observe, and see the situations or circumstances that we allow people to place us in.
And it's not even our situation.
Or circumstance.
It's their own.
It's their own.
Being the people that
we are, with the love, the care, and want to be there. Making sure that we're able to help someone, make a difference. Allow us to be you.
Taking advantage of.
And everything else. So
my thing is, I just hope that everybody is able to actually believe someone the first go around. We know what we see.
Because we know what we see in the mirror, but it all depends on what they see in the mirror.
You're not able to help
everybody. You're not able to help everybody.
You won't be able to reach everybody.
But as long as you're doing what you have to do in that situation to make sure you're effectively communicating with that person what it is that you desire, then you can take it from there. But people are going to be who they are, and they're going to show you who they are from the beginning. We just have to take heed.
So first, I definitely believe they have narcissistic tendencies. It's a big no. Narcissists greatly value loyalty, and I believe they want to give back the same loyalty they demand from others, but it's their own narcissism that prevents this, simply because their needs must come before others. Because of this, they will throw you or anyone associated with you under the bus if you or something or someone associated with you threatens what they believe is their spotless reputation, unique talent, or specialness in general. Narcissists can become viciously jealous of anything or anyone that they believe is competing with them or anyone closely associated with them. In their minds, they must believe they and the people closely associated with them are always on top and greatly admired. Whoever they believe is helping to keep them there will appear to have a loyalty too. You must remember that they expect this loyalty from anyone they allow close to them, but they do not always give it. I'm telling you, y'all, people like that, kind of like what I think several of you guys have said tonight, but when someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time. That first time that something doesn't sit right with your spirit, that first time that something doesn't feel right to you, walk away, cut ties. Do not allow yourself to be part of the liability. Don't let someone become a liability. Don't allow someone to stay in your life longer than they're past their expiration date. Because a lot of times we let people stay in our lives that we know should have been gone a long time ago, and the only person we have to blame is who? What did Black Snake moan? The man in the mirror, y'all. Don't be Michael Jackson. Don't be looking at the man in the mirror, and don't like who's looking back at you because you've allowed someone to stay too long. But y'all, if y'all are just pulling up, you're so late. You have not missed everything, though. We do have one more question, y'all. We just discussed what is loyalty when someone is owed your loyalty. What is something someone might do which might cause me to question loyalty? What is your best approach to take when dealing with someone whose actions you don't find loyal? What is your opinion of someone who is always seeking loyalty from others but never just demonstrates any loyalty to anyone but themselves? But now I want to know about growing. Being loyal is a great quality. Do not mix it up with servitude. Expecting me to be and do things that I expect of others is something that stopped me from driving myself batty, but it is also a really helpful indicator of where I need to step back. Yo, this is something I've learned a lesson several times because I don't always listen. But it's also been a really helpful indicator. In the past, I've shown an alarming lack of loyalty to myself. while at the same time continuing to engage with people of what I believed at the time were to show my loyalty and devotion. Of course, this type of double-edged pledging of allegiance, where you effectively keep throwing you under the bus for someone who isn't even on the same proverbial road as you, will throw you back under the bus because they don't acknowledge, respect, or even desire loyalty, is exactly how I ended up feeling deeply compromised and rejected. It would hurt that I could go to those links and still couldn't change them or get their loyalty. I'm not alone in having felt this way and not being at fault with what being loyalty actually means. Don't mistake being willing to compromise the essence of who you are, and even your willingness to endanger your emotional, mental, and physical and spiritual well-being for loyalty and devotion. Loyalty isn't the same as not having boundaries and tuning out shady behavior in situations. So with that being said, the last question is,
when does loyalty becomes a liability? And I don't do this much. But I'm not giving neither one of you a chance to answer this. No offense, Black State Mo. No offense, Queen's Essence. I appreciate you all. Yes. When it comes to this question alone, I've been waiting on my moment when there's loyalty becomes liability. It becomes a liability when I'm more concerned with how you may feel about my actions than myself. Loyalty becomes a liability when I'm sitting here taking into question all of my actions I can do, the things I may be able to do, and everything else. But I'm considering you first.
Because we all know.
Even when it comes to family, you can't choose your family, but you can add to it. You understand what I'm saying? When it comes to your close people and confidants, you can't really determine how people are going to accept you or perceive you. But you can determine the people that you have around you. So loyalty becomes liability when I care more about how you're going to feel, how you perceive a situation, or how you take something before I'm able to handle it myself.
Do I get a chance to say something?
Yes, sir.
You good, Black. I just want to say something first. That's all.
I think they said it's a dishonest thing that you answer a question with a question. So only thing I got to ask is a question. The only way you understand when it shifts from loyalty to liability, you have to ask yourself, am I a seed or am I the weed? And I'll let you close it out, Essence.
My loyalty will forever become, or your loyalty will become a liability when you believe, or when the other party believes that their emergency is my obligation. When you feel like you hold so much weight in my life, even if I do have the $30 that you call and ask me for, and I tell you that I don't, and I come back and my nails are done, and you say, I asked you for $30. Yes, I did not have $30 for you. I had $30. Well, I really needed this. Well, I feel like we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And if you knew 24 hours ago that you was going to need that $30, maybe you should have hustled and bustled just a little bit more heavier, a little bit more motivated. You should have put your mind into it. Because when you ask someone a question, they have the option to accept or decline, or resign. Offer or resign. You calling me with a predetermined answer to what, not considering where I am financially, personally, physically. You are now a liability.
Man, I wanted to get up out of my seat, girl, because I felt like my pants was on fire.
Not too much. Not too much.
Listen, I got excited, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, this is something, watch it down there in the comments. He said, lack of preparation on your part. Hold on, let me. Lack of preparation on your part does not constitute an emergency on mine. And this is something, and I'm going to tell you, in my lifetime, I'm going to tell you, I'm disloyal to myself so often. And it's because of my love for people, right? My love for people is so great that I became the yes man. I'm a woman, but you catch what I'm throwing. But I became the yes person. And I thought that was me being loyal to people, right? It was me helping people. And I love the way that feels, right? Until I didn't. Because it started being a job that I couldn't keep up with because I was hurting myself. I was hurting myself to appease others. I was hurting myself to help others. But the fact of the matter is, I was no longer loyal to myself because it hurt me to help you.
And they never appreciate that aspect.
No, and they might even throw a thank you and I appreciate you in there while they ask you for another favor. And the crazy part is I would do it. But I started to feel like I was enslaved, and I had to step back and I'd be like, you know what? Enough is enough. Because you have to get to a point where it's like, okay, who am I being loyal to? Yeah, I'm being loyal to someone, but are they being loyal to me? Because if you're loyal to me, you would know that I'm not liking it. So loyalty, I got a little blurb here for y'all. But loyalty can become a liability in certain circumstances. Here are a few situations where loyalty might be considered a liability. So this is for a broad spectrum for y'all. First of all, something I do. Blind loyalty. When loyalty is unquestioning and unwavering, it can become a liability. If someone remains loyal to another person or cause, despite clear evidence of unethical behavior, harm to others, or negative consequences, it can be detrimental. Blind loyalty can prevent critical thinking, enable harmful actions, and hinder personal growth. And that one right there, y'all, hinder personal growth. If your people do not want to see you grow in the true form of who you are not loyal to me. Because if you're loyal to me, you want to see me grow just as much as I want to see you grow. All right? You ain't going to keep watering yourself. If you see that I'm drying out over here, like a dry sunflower. No, you're going to water me just as much as I water you. You will not allow my cup to become empty. Especially if you see that my cup is becoming empty, you're going to lend me some water. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 2, toxic relationships, y'all. Loyalty within toxic relationships can be a liability. And I'm going to tell you that first part, you a toxic relationship if that's the case anyways. Right. If someone remains loyal to a person who consistently mistreats or manipulates them, it can perpetuate a cycle of abuse or prevent them from seeking healthier connections. Loyalty in such cases can prevent individuals prioritizing their own well-being and personal growth, y'all. That's toxic as it gets. If you see me struggling, it's almost as if it's almost like trying to save a drowning man, but they'll strangle you with your panic. They're going to take you right down with them. And sometimes, and as hard as it may be, sometimes you have to watch people drown on their own accord. Your emergency does not constitute my urgency. Hello. It does not. Hello. This one kind of goes hand in hand. Unbalanced or one-sided loyalty. When loyalty is one-sided with one person consistently giving and the other person taking without reciprocation, it can become a liability. This unbalanced dynamic can lead to resentment, exploitation, and emotional exhaustion. In such cases, loyalty can be taken advantage of and contribute to an unhealthy or exploitative relationship, y'all. Loyalty in harmful or unethical organizations. If someone remains loyal to an organization or group or people that engage in harmful or unethical practices, loyalty can become a liability. It might contribute to the perpetuation of injustice, harm to others, or compromise personal values or integrity. And I'm gonna actually touch on something personal here. But this kind of goes hand in hand with what we were talking about earlier. If you don't defend me in my absence, and I can tell you, Shad, that is one loyal person Wancho, that is one loyal person. Essence, that is one loyal person. Black Snake Moan, I know you're a loyal person because I'm going to tell you what's happened, and this is in my own personal life, and I can show you where I've been shown true loyalty, because in my absence, all of these people have spoke great on me, but they have also defended me when others tried to destroy my character. And I'm going to tell you, that right there shows loyalty. Now, I don't want to just talk about the negative tonight, but that right there, I want to, give all of you guys your roses tonight. You too, Wancho. He's sitting here next to me, but you deserve that, because that is the true definition of loyalty. Defending me in my absence is true loyalty. If I feel like I have to question whether you would say something nice about me, or not even just say something nice about me, but defend me in my absence, you very much should. And if you call me a friend, I shouldn't even have to question that you would. And I'm going to tell you, all of these people represent, and why you are here tonight, why you guys are all here tonight, because you represent what loyalty means.
Let me know.
I'm going to tell you, even Black Snake Moan, I can tell you even earlier, he didn't even know I was in his live. Right. But he very much spoke great on my name. Man, make sure y'all that right there shows loyalty. So all of you guys are here tonight because you guys show what true loyalty means and the definition of loyalty. So I want you guys all to have your roses tonight, because you all are loyal people, and that's why you're here tonight, talking here tonight on the Red Room. But if y'all are just pulling up, this has been the Red Room, y'all. You can find us here every Saturday, except for the next one, because I'm spending Christmas with my family, y'all. But tonight's topic was when loyalty becomes a liability. You're definitely late, but do not fret. You can find us on YouTube, which you can find by clicking the icon in my profile and subscribing. But every week I do wrap up a show with a quote. It's kind of come to a place of healing, or just to have that little bit of food for thought, like we talk about on Soul Food Sunday. But this week's quote is, and this is my favorite quote, one of my favorite quotes, y'all. So take this, really listen. But don't let your loyalty become slavery. If they don't appreciate what you bring to the table, let them eat alone.
Let me off the floor.
Man. But y'all, this has been the Red Room. I appreciate each and every one of y'all here tonight. I know we kept you here late, but this was a really great topic, and each of you explained yourselves beautifully. Each of you brought something different to the table, so I definitely appreciate y'all for being here tonight. And right now is the time when I let y'all reintroduce yourselves. Of course, we're polite, so let the beautiful lady here reintroduce herself, and then we'll move on to Mr. Black Snake Moon.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Dom. But y'all can call me Essence. As always, I'm just happy to be here. Always willing to share my brain with the world, because I think it's a gem. Maybe a diamond on certain days. Just depends on what's going on in there. But yes, you can catch me here sparingly. Catch me if you can on Saturday. Tame with Jen on Saturday. I'm also OG Shad. I'm also OG Shad, or Big Sister, the big or Big Sister, the big little sister. And you can catch me being a box bandit over there. I'm usually in Jen's live in the morning. Try to catch all the Wancho shows when I see it. So if you catch me live, you see me with them. One of them, I'll let it play it.
All right. Well, let me reintroduce myself, and may he rest very well. Heavy D in the boys. I am your overweight lover, and I am in the house.
Black Snake Moan.
I don't know how my top.
Idiot on that.
OG shot.
OG shot
for a reason.
OG shot for a reason.
Jen, I thank you for this platform. My sister, Dom the Don. I love you, your graciousness, and how beautiful you're becoming. It's only someone you can hold a real one down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody discover how great she is. My sister is dope. Please pay her, support her. Black Snake has been great. As far as myself, this episode has meant so much to me, because when I tell you this very first feature talk show on this app, before it was featured, by
brick by brick, mortar by mortar, episode by episode, phone call after phone call. Me and this woman here, my co-host,
we're going to be
forever locked in. We're going to be forever locked in. But through the trials and tribulations, we went through all of that to get here to where we are now. I'm co-hosting my favorite home on Saturday night. You understand what I'm saying? I love this for me. So y'all fave me. You catch me out here streaming daily. Other than the streaming daily, I ain't nowhere else. But on Saturday nights here at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Red Room.
Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
My Baltimore voice. But y'all, definitely, like I said earlier, you all display what it means to be loyal, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. This episode has been amazing. I always tell y'all it's my favorite, but it's my favorite. But y'all, I'm Jen and Juice. I'm the host of this show. You guys can catch me every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, either on the Tagged app or on TikTok, y'all, because I'm also streaming on there. So y'all, make sure y'all follow me on TikTok, y'all. But excuse me, us. Make sure you follow Adventures of Jen Show at Adventures of Jen Show on TikTok. Make sure you guys check out. We do have a sale going on, a Christmas sale, 50% off for Wancho Juice. So make sure y'all please go tap in on Instagram at wancho.juice. Someone drop it in the comments for me. But you guys can catch me also every other Sunday for Soul Food Sunday, y'all. It's a great time. And then you guys can catch me on Tuesday with Wancho. Make sure you hit that second bubble. Of course, hit all three. But make sure you hit that second bubble, y'all, for Wancho Snacks and Juice.
Snack time.
But make sure y'all tap in on Tuesdays with Wancho down there. And if also before you guys come here on Saturdays, make sure y'all stop in for Pour It On with Wancho, y'all. Today we did a wonderful time, so definitely thank him for having us on his show today. It was a great time, so make sure y'all hit him with the
Thank you.
but yeah, it's a Reynolds rap. But what do we do at the end of the show, y'all? We play a little ditty so we can end out this video, y'all. But let me play a little ditty.
Let's
right?
get this ditty then.
Let's get this ditty then.
A little ditty, I always think
Every time I see a little ditty, I always think it's gonna be like P Diddy, and I'll be like, we ain't go where we know where we ain't
Yeah.
Damn.